Today I'm going to talk about 2 steps that you can take today to find inspiration for any creative project. Hey, I'm Aaron the Filmmaker. I like to make short films, talk about them, and answer your questions. Today we're going to answer a question by Garret. And Garret says, video idea. Where you find your inspiration as a filmmaker / creative on your videos, from conceptualization process to execution. Sometimes I am creatively stumped and I find myself Googling creative inspiration, looking for that life hack to help me through a project. I love that question, and I think I'm a good person to answer. Not because I'm a master of this, but because I still continually struggle with this myself. But I have 2 steps for you for this video. Step number 1. Find time to unplug. And the reason I say find time to unplug is there's so many distractions going on from the outside, and I think that a lot of creativity comes from inside. In fact, I'm going to say something here that might sound controversial, but I think that all of us are born extremely creative individuals. Now hear me out here. Think about it. When you were a child, did you draw? If you had paper and writing utensils, the answer is yes. Okay, did you build maybe a fort? Maybe with Legos? Maybe a strange contraption that you thought was a cool invention built out of toilet paper tubes, perhaps? See, as kids, we're born with a natural ability and drive to create things. I do believe that. I really do. When I talk to people, okay, a lot of people aren't in the creative field professionally. A lot of people think that I'm very creative because I make videos, do other kind of creative things. But if I talk to them about how they were as a kid, they have a lot in common with how I was as a kid. They liked to draw. They liked to make things. They liked to build things. They had that creative mindset naturally. And I think we're all kind of born with that. Of course, there may be some exceptions to this. Maybe you didn't have the ideal living environment as a kid. Maybe you didn't have great parents who provided things for you to do. And obviously, I didn't have the money to go out and buy art supplies. That was like a Christmas present, right? I remember one Christmas, I got like this 50-pack marker set. And you could see all the different shades. It had clear plastic and the markers displayed right on the packaging. And it was like a rainbow, right? And I was so excited because, hey, that's another utensil I can use to create something. So I really do believe we're born with a creative nature. Now, when other responsibilities start to come our way, we slowly over time start to lose track of our creative selves, right? When you need a guaranteed income, you start writing a screenplay for a blockbuster film, right? No. You get a 9-to-5 job. When you start having kids, you need to keep that 9-to-5 job to pay for food, bills, diapers, food, diapers, and diapers. So keeping up with all the outside responsibilities you have make it harder and harder to listen to that creative kid inside. So take time to be alone. Reconnect with yourself. Take time for yourself. And I know that kind of sounds selfish, especially to me. I don't like to take time for myself. You know, I've got a family to support. I've got 6 mouths to feed now. I have a wife and 4 beautiful little girls. So I know it can be very hard. 2020, I had very limited time to take time for myself. We lived in a crowded apartment. I was between jobs, picking up a job, losing a job, relocating, and it was nuts, okay? And not to mention 2020. But I really do think it's important whenever possible. You ever wonder why those light bulb moments happen in the shower? I'm going to make a prediction right now. I bet you are not in the shower right now. Because you wouldn't be watching this video if you were in the shower. When you're in the shower, you're just taking time for yourself. See, when you're in the shower, you're not bathing your child. When you're in the shower, you're not bathing your dog. When you're in the shower, you're not brushing your cat. Even though those can be relaxing things and those can be, but when you're in the shower, you're just focusing on yourself. You're in a relaxed environment. You're alone, you're secluded. That's where inspiration hits you. So put yourself in isolation, and maybe right now it's just once a week or once a month. So unplug from the outside and reconnect with yourself. Step number 2, think small. And I'll add and have fun, because I do think thinking small and have fun needs to go together. Now I know this one's controversial. Think small. Usually you hear, think big. You can do anything. You can do anything you put your mind to. Think big. Shoot for the stars. Go for it. But when you're trying to get those creative juices flowing, you're trying to get in the mode of being a creator, think small and have fun doing that. So if I'm thinking of a short film, a really simple idea, just a small little idea, not this huge grand feature-length production, doing large-scale projects can be draining, and the payoff can be months down the road. If I'm thinking of a short film with a simple concept, but I can have fun doing that, I'll have fun for pre-production, production, on through post-production. It'll all be fun. And staying in that creative stream will make inspiration come a lot more naturally. See, when you can do something simple, you can easily achieve that. And it'll motivate you to do more and more. And eventually, you're not going to be doing small stuff anymore. You're going to be doing larger scale things. See, inspiration is all around you, and you are a creative person. So unplug and think small. And if you can do those two things periodically, you'll find more and more inspiration, and you'll get more and more ideas, and you'll be motivated. This video is a perfect example of thinking small. I could have made it a 4-step video or 5-step video or 10-step video for how to get these creative juices flowing. And I'm sure I could come up with 10 steps that would be very applicable for you and I, but I wanted something very achievable, something very simple. And because if we start with simple, you won't be stuck there. Like I said, you're not going to always think small, but that's a good starting point because that gives you something very, very achievable. And that's what you need to be in the creative field. You need to create something. You're not going to create something if you're stuck on gotta have it large scale, gotta have it perfect, I've got to write this feature length script word for word. Maybe you just need a video to get out there, to put up on YouTube, to share with someone. Maybe you're just with 1 or 2 friends and you're out there, you know your location, so you're not wasting time there, but you don't have it scripted word for word. You're going to kind of make that up on the fly because you know the story, how it's going to develop, and you're just going to have them improv a little bit. And hey, that's simple and you can get it done and you can have fun doing that. And then maybe next time you'll get inspired based on that. See, inspiration comes from anywhere. You just have to set yourself up the best you can in order to receive it and tap into that little kid inside of you. How can you do that? Unplug and think small.